Ahead of tonight's big address before Congress, you'll see it live here on Fox, 9 p.m. Eastern. President Trump is pausing military aid to Ukraine. New York Post covers sorry situation. Here's the White House statement to Fox. Quote, President Trump's been clear that he's focused on peace. We need our partners to be committed to that goal as well. We are pausing and reviewing our aid to ensure that it is contributing to a solution. Republican Mark Green, a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, and sir, good morning to you. I want to ask you specifically about that. Here is the president yesterday at the White House on Ukraine.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think it takes two to tango, and you're going to have to make a deal with Russia, and you're going to have to make a deal with Ukraine. You're going to have the assent, and you're going to have the consent from the European nations, because I think that's important, and from us. I think everybody has to get into a room, so to speak, and we have to make a deal. And the deal can be made very fast. It should not be that hard a deal to make. It could be made very fast.
Sir, you're welcome to opine on that. But on the pause on the military aid, does that give you concern that that could be a setback for Ukraine and its war effort?
No, I really don't, Bill. I think what President Trump is doing is setting the conditions for the negotiation. Zelensky, I mean, he either has to change his mind that this war can just go on forever, or they're going to have to get another president somehow. It's crazy to think that they've got enough human lives and we've got enough money for them to fight forever. That can't happen. Zelensky has got to come to the table willing to talk peace.
Okay, we'll see whether or not he does that in time. J.D. Vance spoke with Sean last night. Everybody watched the action in the Oval on Friday, and still, 5 days later, there is this now with Sean.
Even when Zelensky was kind of needling him, even when Zelensky was saying things that I thought were untrue, the president just tried to be diplomatic. And then when it really went off the rails, of course, is when I asked, or you had a Polish journalist who asked a question, the president answered it, and then I answered it. And then something about my answer just really set Zelensky off. So then he came at me, and then I went back at him. Right. And what I tried to do originally was actually try to diffuse the situation a little bit.
Okay, I don't know what you thought about that, but it was something else to watch. Over the weekend, Zelensky said the end of the war is still very, very far away, end quote.
Yeah, like I said, Zelensky's going to have to change his perception of the situation on the ground. What he has right now, he's not in touch with reality. And I will tell you about that interchange with, the president and the vice president. If somebody says to you, look, what you're saying, communicated X, and you don't turn around and say, look, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to communicate that, I'm trying to communicate Y. I mean, that's how a discussion goes between reasonable people. Zelensky didn't do that. He doubled down, and now we're going to show them that the United States isn't writing a blank check. He got addicted to a blank check from the West and came in there entitled an actor on his biggest stage ever, and he was going to bow up to Donald Trump. I'm sorry, that'll never work.
Okay, maybe, and maybe he comes around. The question is when.
Maybe, no, that'd be great. If he comes around and says, okay, let's talk peace, which, by the way, means you have to talk to Vladimir Putin. All the Democrats out there, yes, he's a war criminal. Really, he bombed hospitals. I get it. But if you want peace, you want to save lives, you're going to have to put him in the room and talk.
Chris Coons, Democrat from Delaware, on tonight's address and message.
The United States has to continue to support Ukraine in its ongoing fight against Russian aggression. I hope that President Trump tomorrow night will make clear that he welcomes President Zelensky back for a continued exploration of a critical minerals deal, of a long-term partnership in terms of providing weaponry from the United States.
Question, sir. Do you expect the president to break some news tonight?
Oh, I'm sure there'll be lots of news that breaks tonight. It's going to be a great speech. We're all looking forward to it. A lot of things have been done.
How about on Ukraine, though?
On Ukraine, there's talk of it. We'll see.
Mark Green, thanks for your time.
Thanks,
We'll be
Bill.
watching, certainly. Thank you. So will millions of Americans. Appreciate you coming on.